Welcome to University Life. Last week we discussed the physical improvements on our campus here at St. Augustine's University. This week we'll be discussing the improvements on our curriculum here at St. Augustine's University.
So follow us as we watch Mr. Alva Page speak with the Provost of St. Augustine's University, Dr. Connie Allen, on the new curriculum that we have here.
Hello, I'm Alva Page, and welcome to University Life. Today I am inside the office of the Provost of St. Augustine's University, Dr. Connie Allen. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited to be here.
So excited to be here. One of the things is, first of all, let's start off by saying, what is the title of the Provost, or what is the Provost?
Okay.
Let's get that out of the way first.
The provost on most institutions is the chief academic officer. Here at St. Augustine University is the chief academic officer. They're responsible for everything that has to do with the academic program of an institution. I mean, it is why an institution is in place. You know, the academy, anything to do with faculty, staff, that is related to programming, related to courses, anything that's related to the academic experiences in the realm of the provost.
Of the Provost. So
Yes.
that's a lot.
Indeed.
It's a lot. You have a lot of programs in place. Let's talk about the TEP. Can you explain that?
Wow, the TEP, Transformative Education Program.
Okay.
It is remarkable, and it's a different way of doing things. As a matter of fact, we are probably one of a very few institutions that do it this way. Typically, students, when they come to school, they have to complete a general education core, and you do that for a liberal arts institution because you want students to be very well-rounded. But our approach now is to do it a little differently. We are absolutely interested in developing what we call a signature St. Aug student. And the signature St. Aug student is defined by what we call core competencies and skills. And the reason why they're defined by core competencies and skills is because out in the workplace, going on to professional and graduate schools, they want to know what is it that our students know, okay? And generally, you can't tell what a student knows just by the courses they take. So what we have are what are called 10 core competencies. Those core competencies range in value from things like communication, wellness, meaning that we want to make sure that our students understand what it means to be well, not only physically, but spiritually, emotionally, psychologically well. So we have these wellness seminars that are now part of this TEP, or Transformative Education Program. In addition, critical thinking. We want to make sure that all of our students are critical thinkers. Global perspective, that's another core competency. We want to make sure that all of our students have a sense of where they are in the world. In addition, identity.
Oh, that's a big one.
That's a big one.
That's a big one.
That's a big change. We are at an HBCU, and we feel it's important for students to know who they are before they can develop into who they will become.
How do you define who they are?
Well, again, we are at an HBCU, and part of the experience of an HBCU means that they need to understand what it means to be an African American, or to understand what it means to be an African American, even if they're not an African American. That's so much a part of our experience.
So that's like the history?
It includes the history, identity includes the history, but it also includes the present and the legacy.
Wow.
So we start out with the history, knowing who you are and whose you are, before we move into who you will become.
Wow.
So with our identity core competency, we start with the African American history course. Every freshman is expected to take that African American history course.
No exceptions.
No exceptions. No exceptions. Because the idea is it's rooted in our history. It's important for that student, all of our students, our signature students, to understand who they are.
Wow.
So in addition to identity, there is servant leadership and teamwork. Now, we actually had a number of folks, including board members, that said when our students graduate, they need to understand the importance of servant leadership and teamwork. They need to be able to work within an organization. So that's now a core competency.
And when you say teamwork, because with anything with teamwork, you always have challenges and conflict. Will this help them?
Absolutely.
So can you share with us on how, can you give us an example how this will work?
So for example, the way that this works now with the TEP, typically students that took general education courses, and they were not necessarily related to these core competencies. Now what happens is that courses that address any of these core competencies have been identified. So for example, to answer your question, servant leadership and teamwork, that might take place in a course like a science course, or it may take place in a business course in terms of entrepreneurship, or it may take place in a sociology course. But now the thing is, every faculty member that's teaching those courses that address that competency has to be able to say that they have a specific student learning outcome. And not only that they do it in that course, but they assess it. They assess it. Okay, and by assessing it, they can tell us that they're doing it, and then they can tell us, how am I going to improve on doing it the next time?
Wow.
In addition to that, every single student, Signature St. Aug student, is responsible for STEM and quantitative literacy. And quantitative literacy could be vast. I mean, it could be the idea of looking at numbers and applying mathematical concepts to your field. It doesn't necessarily have to be math in the traditional realm of math. It could be math in your field in terms of quantitative literacy. So, and then lastly, actually I'll give you two more.
Okay.
One of the other core competencies is innovation, creativity, and artistic literacy.
Wow.
Okay? Now again, when you think of the traditional student coming to school, they typically take care of their liberal arts background or general education core in 2 years. This innovation, creativity, and artistic literacy core competency will typically take place in their junior or senior year. Because again, we want our students to actually create some kind of product. Okay, that product may be an artistic piece, it may be a research product, it may be a thesis paper. But again, the idea that when they finish this experience as a Signature St. Aug student, that they will have created something that they can actually be evaluated for. In addition to that, artistic literacy, we felt that every single student should actually understand the fine arts. You know, a number of schools now are taking art out of their programs. We felt like our students need to understand the fine arts. It's important for them for their next. It's important for them in terms of their networking. So we also included the artistic literacy competency. And then lastly, the capstone experience. Every single student, we want every single student to have a capstone experience. And the goal of this capstone experience is to include all of those other core competencies, or many of those core competencies.
And then their identity, they find themselves.
They find themselves, they can move on to their next, and an employer or a graduate school or a professional school can say, looking at their transcript, this student is very well rounded, or this student actually has a very strong propensity in terms of written communication.
Written communication.
Okay, or this student, like yourself, has a very strong propensity in the area of oral communication. So when I want to hire someone, I want to know where is their experiences lie, where do their experiences lie? And this TEP allows you to see that. So every student will look just a little bit different based on the fact that, first of all, they complete their core competencies, but then they have an opportunity to enhance their competencies. And we do that with what we call T1 and T2 courses.
T1 and T2.
Right.
Now, I know
So
you
that's
said,
huge.
Yeah, that is very huge. Get the viewers, very huge. Well, I want to say thank you so much for your time. Thank you for our viewers watching it. Now we have a better understanding of what Provost is and what it means here at St. Augustine's University. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
You are welcome.
So tune in next week to University Life as we follow the preparation of coronation.
Tune into University Life.
This week's highlight on a Falcon goes to Mr. Claude Jr. Simius, who interned with the Florida Film Commission this summer. So maybe if you're looking for an internship or maybe interested in doing one, maybe you should check it out.
Hey guys, welcome to University Live. Today I'm here with Mr. Claude Jr. Simius. Well, he's here today because he had a really huge opportunity to intern with the Palm Beach County Film Commission this summer. So, how'd you find out about this internship?
Well, I found this internship on Google. I basically wanted to do an internship at home, so type in Palm Beach Films, see if I could find anything, and then Palm Beach County Film Television just came up, and then I applied. And as soon as I went home, after school's over, I had to internship in 2 weeks.
As simple as that.
Simple.
Mm.
So you gotta look.
Okay.
For the interns.
So what type of stuff did they have you doing?
Well, we did marketing, advertisement, research. Went to meetings with executive boards, and also had chances to do interns with other companies such as the government channel, which is what I did as well.
Oh, okay. So was any of that hard at all?
Yes, it was hard because I didn't know that in the business or industry, they really take everything serious, such as your work, writing. They want you to critique it before you even send it to the boss, because if the boss finds it, the boss
you supposed to do that
finds
here.
I know, but I didn't really think it was that serious. But when the film commissioner saw how I wrote my work, he took a bite of my butt.
What would he say?
Fix this before you ever send this to me ever again, or the next time I'm gonna let you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, now, I'm a recent grad. Miss Shepherd used to always make us do stuff like this, and we would always be like, Miss Shepherd,
Yeah.
she's so hard, she mean, but now you know what she's talking about.
Yeah, and when I came back and I told her that, she would just give me that look like, told you so, and I was like, yeah, so I learned it through experience, so.
So basically, Miss Shepherd is definitely preparing her film students for the industry then.
Oh yeah, she is, definitely is. Even though as of this semester I have her, I still get tired of her correcting my work, but yeah.
I mean, it's life. So now, being that you went through like a tough and learning experience at the internship, would you say that you're definitely like a hard worker now? Like, has your work ethics changed like at all?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, I definitely know how to answer and speak when I pick up a phone call, and write even better.
Okay.
And make sure that you always organize and keep documents so that for future reference, you can always use the old and still goes good with the new. So definitely know that it's better now.
Okay.
So
what type of research does they have you guys doing?
well, we used to always have to look up articles every morning that's related to the film commission.
Okay.
And it had to do something like with either film, film festivals, or anything that was in the area that would be able to be resourceful for the commission. So we had to do that every morning when we get there.
Okay. So then, being a film student, then now you know where to go if you want to put your stuff into the festival. Then.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's so many film festivals out there, like from Europe, China, Canada.
That's kind of like a shout out to all the film majors here. If you want to put your film in any festivals, then you know who to talk to.
Yeah.
Would you have any advice for any students now who are either looking for an internship or may have trouble looking for an internship now? What type of advice would you give them, since your search was like quick?
Yeah. I mean, I did some research before that, but like that was like 1 in a million because I never thought he was gonna get that internship as well. But one thing I would advise all the students to do would be, when you find an internship and you apply, call them.
Okay, that's one.
Email them.
Okay, two.
And then always checking up, because like sometimes they will forget. They're dealing with other interns and other job related tasks that they have to get with.
So they might forget about you.
Yeah.
So basically bug them.
Yeah, bug them. You have to definitely bug them. And then on top of that, like, even though you don't get it, always network with your teachers, because
True.
they can also help you.
True.
But they're not just gonna give anybody an internship, because they want to have someone that's gonna represent them as well, instead of just the school. So it's just like the school. The school wants you to represent them. The teachers want you to represent them as well. So bug the teachers, bug the internship. So yeah.
Oh, okay. So there you have it. 1, call. 2, email. And 3, just bug the crap out of them. And then, hey, you got an internship. Well, you heard it all here first at University Live, here with Claude Jr. Simius.
And we'll be right back with more University Live.
Box music.
Students of St. Augustine's University gathered on November 6, 2012 for an election watch party. State after state turned blue, leaving the students excited and hopeful. State after state turned blue, leaving the students excited and hopeful as the election continued. But the most important announcement was right around the corner, and we were as unexpected as ever. We as HBCU students voted in record numbers.
A really major projection tonight.
In the words of Barack Obama, change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change